Hey guys, in this Tarkov video, we're going to be talking about the 12.8 patch and some of the new things that came out, weapons and such like that, like the new shotgun and the new 7.62 DMR. Now the 7.62 DMR I found to be pretty efficient, and a lot of this video is going to be highlights of me killing with it, and there didn't seem to be, there's not like a whole lot you can do with it. It's relatively cheap too. You get it from Peacekeeper for 500 and some US dollars. And then you pretty much only need to put a grip on it and a sight, and you're good to go. And it can take 3 round mags. And then the other weapon is the shotgun, which I didn't get to play around with a whole lot in this video, but it does seem to be pretty powerful. There's 4 new rounds for it, and there's even a round that's not lethal that just blinds people. It's a flashbang round. And while I don't have any footage of that yet, I plan on making a whole video dedicated to that, but from what I've seen, it's pretty powerful, and you can have a lot of good laughs with it. On top of the new weapons, there's a new backpack, there's new headphones that you can see, there is new tack rigs, a new set of armor, and all sorts of quality of life update changes, along with the heavy bleeding, the compass, and all kinds of other interesting items that you can use. So, starting with the first thing, I guess would be the gun. The 7.62 rifle seems to be pretty powerful, pretty accurate. It definitely has a lot of kick to it, especially if you're not used to using guns with high recoil. So it might take a minute to get used to, but it certainly seems pretty effective in like close range combat. Even at long range, if you put a Bravo sight on it or a hammer, whatever you like, and leave little 1x mounted on it, you seem to be able to get some pretty efficient killing done with it at range or even close range. Like I said, clearing rooms with it's pretty great, just because it fires pretty accurate, and it's a very short gun, so you don't tuck it into doorways while you're walking around corners and stuff, and little moments to get you killed. Also, along with this update is the compass. I don't really have a whole lot to say about the compass yet. I feel like it's gonna be great for new players. However, I don't feel like it's going to be that efficient for players who aren't new. But it'll be nice for using locations to call out enemies, as long with the new players to be able to use locations to see where they're going and kind of what they're doing. But other than that, I don't see a whole lot of use for the compass. But like I said, it's definitely going to be a nice quality of life change for the new players. So you can kind of learn where you're spawning and what directions you need to be going off spawn to get to quest. It'll help make YouTube videos as well. Another new item that I like a lot is headphones. These new headphones, they are a type of Razer headphones like the last ones that are at it, the Walker Rangers. And they seem to help you hear pretty well. I was able to hear this guy, he slightly moved in there prone, and I was able to hear him pretty easily with those headphones. Along with, I'm going to get into a gunfight right here with a pistoling somewhere across the map. And while I'm fighting this pistoling, I'm able to hear a guy who's about to sneak up behind me. So there's the pistoling, he's shooting at me somewhere off in that direction. And while I'm trying to figure out where he is, I managed to hear a guy climbing the rocks back where I came from while I'm standing all the way over here. I'm able to turn and drop this guy right here. So like I said, overall the headphones are pretty great. I like them a lot, but they are very pricey right now. As I've paid anywhere from 500k to 1.5 mil for each pair of these headphones I use today. So while I like them a lot, I wouldn't recommend using them until they drop in price. Until then, they just don't really seem like they're going to be all that great as far as it goes price per quality. But once they've come down in price and they're at match with everything else, I'd say they're probably worth it. The next item to talk about is the armor. I was not a fan of this new armor. It is tier 5, however, and it repairs really well and repairs cheap. However, the low durability on it leaves it susceptible to being killed pretty quickly. I mean, you can wear it and you can take about one shot before it's pretty much washed and can't stop any more bullets. So with that being said, it's nice and it's cheap. You can get it from Ragman for about 99k rubles, so it's not that effective. But current position in the wipe, unless you are a player who's still got a lot of quests to do and still trying to make money, I just don't see it being useful for like a higher tier player who's rich. However, like I said, if you are trying to save money and you're still low in the game, you can get it from proper, I believe, at level 3, making it pretty efficient for that. But once you take shots, once you take a shot or two wearing it, it's pretty much shot for the raid. But like I said, if you kill somebody and it gets damaged and you take their armor and you get it back, you can repair it for, like I said, well, I took a 0 out of 45 one and repaired it for about 9k to get it, and went to like 44 out of 45. So that part of it is a little bit nice. So early wipe, I feel like it's gonna be really effective armor to use, but until we get to that point, we won't really know. Next thing is we got your heavy bleeding mechanic, which is pretty important update, I would say. I have a whole video it just came out as well on what I think you should bring in for healing and how I think you guys should go about healing. I think grizzlies are gonna be the play, as you'll see in this video. I use them pretty much all day to stop heavy bleeds. Like if you get a fracture and a heavy bleed, you can use the grizzly. It'll remove the heavy bleed and the fracture and heal the limb all in one animation, rather than going through the 3 animation step process of bringing out each other item. But I do believe that will be the most effective thing. And like I said, one grizzly is about 40k, and it'll last you like 3 to 4 raids of use time. And if you come out of a raid wounded, you don't have to pay therapists to heal you. You can just heal yourself. But I generally believe it's going to be very good. There's a lot of quality of life updates too in here, as far as like double tapping Z to drop your backpack while you're in the middle of a fight is a super effective thing. There's some other changes as well to things such as golden stars that weren't really talked about in patch notes, where a lot of the pain pills lost the ability to heal. Well, not heal, but they lost the duration that they last. So golden stars used to last 600 seconds, but now only last 400 seconds. And they used to only restore energy and water, but now they take energy and only restore water. They take 10 energy, but will restore 5 energy after it's been popped. So you kind of got to live and take that as it is. But yeah, so overall, I think this update's really good. Not a whole lot as far as actual like content goes, but a lot of quality of life things. From servers seem a lot better with this update. The compass is great, and it'll be, like I said, useful for the new players. Having the bleeding feature adds a new challenge for players that I think will be fun to play around with. The equipment, like I said, the backpack's cool. It kind of weird how it holds things, but it's definitely a interesting backpack. Then we have the new weapons, the new shotgun. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think you got a lot of meme content with the flashbangs. It's gonna be pretty interesting, pretty powerful. You got new voice lines as well for the bosses. So Sanitar sounds different than you normally expect. And then you have, let's see, what else do we got? So we talked about update, quality of life changes. Yeah, so that's the bulk and the main thing you see with this update. We don't have a Woods expansion yet. That's going to be coming up between this update and 12.9. Don't really have any other information other than that. But overall, like, I feel like the game has gotten a lot better just today from the last week. So I feel like, all these little things they've done in this update have been significantly worth it. The traders have been knocked down in the reset time, which is really great and super helpful, especially, if you're a newer player and you can't really afford to buy stuff on flea market at crazy values. The new Alton helmet as well is really nice. I forget the actual name of it, but it's basically the Alton but black. Same effects. You can get it from Ragman, from barter items, a bunch of doors and plexus you need. I don't know if it's meant to be this way, but it certainly seems to reduce audio less than the Alton. Like, I was able to wear it for a raid. I only got to use it for one raid, but when I was wearing it, I was able to hear people running around and kind of pinpoint where they are a lot easier than I felt like I normally could with an Alton, and at much farther distances. So I feel like, if people are creeping up on you, you're still going to find yourself unable to hear them. But if people are just moving at normal movements, running and things like that, I feel like you're still going to find yourself, you'll find them. You'll be able to locate them and hear them, which will be a lot nicer than, a regular Alton. So I expect the price of that to stay a little bit above the normal Altons as well. Again, having the black helmet will be nice when you're fighting inside. But yeah, guys, that is, that's the key things. There's a bunch of other stuff in the patch notes that are, some bug fixes and some other minor changes. So I'm trying to think if I can think of any other big ones that we really want to talk about in this video. But I believe, that's really it. And so here's some footage of the shotgun, which this thing, I forget what these rounds are called, but they're, I want to say they're like shrapnel is the name of the round, or something like that. It's a whole new caliber round. That one downfall of the shotgun is it only holds 3 shots, but it certainly seems to be painful in flesh. Like if you get shot in the flesh with it, it certainly isn't something you're gonna walk off lightly. But again, like most buckshot rounds and stuff, doesn't really penetrate armor of any kind. So as long as you're wearing armor, you're pretty safe from it, other than your leg and arm meta. But like I said, these new flash rounds are going to be a lot of fun. I know there's videos floating around Reddit and stuff of them right now, and they are certainly blinding. You get hit by one and you're not going to be able to see. So, pack one flash round followed by 2 slugs or 2, these buckshot rounds. Pop the guy with the flash and just walk in and he's just going to be standing there, not able to see. Anyways, we're going to get back into the raids for the day and try to get some more stuff out for you guys today. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, happy raiding.